Neighbors say there has been a lot of traffic to the home here recently, and they say they are concerned for their safety. This line marks how high the water came up. Now, I stand about 5'4", which means there was about 5 feet of water here. Inside the bag is a rock and an invitation to join the Ku Klux Klan. Controversy is stirring after ads like this one saying, "Why not stop elsewhere?" were posted on Sunday. Swimmers are advised to stay out of shallow, warm, and stagnant water like this one. Not only do the cameras have a 170-degree field of view, they also have night vision. The entire road is flooded. Right now, people are out here fishing off of the road. He says that it's not like a garden hose, so you want to pull at it. Whoa. Now, we can't get any closer, but that hole is about 20 feet wide. Davis police say a woman in her early 40s fell off a ledge about 200 yards. Get rid of the clock changes and make daylight saving times year-round. The courtroom was tense and emotional today during the sentencing of 35-year-old Fount Dustin. Family members talked about the impact of the kidnapping and rape and how they're doing today. Fount, do you want to say anything?
I'm glad it's over. Glad that we got the sentencing that we asked for.
On November 8th, 2014, a 7-year-old Ardmore girl was kidnapped from a front yard in her neighborhood and found early the next morning at Fount Dustin's home in Marietta.
The things that I wish that we could erase is the memories and the times laying in bed at night thinking about what happened.
Police say Dustin kidnapped the girl, raped her, forced her to drink alcohol, shaved off her hair, bathed her, and made her perform other sexual acts. Officers found her naked, sitting on his bed.
At that time, we'll be able to confidently tell her that this guy will never be bothering her again.
The girl's great uncle, Galen Taylor, says this experience is still haunting her 15 months later. But he says she's seeing a counselor and making strides every day.
She's back in school. She's going back to a normal life as much as possible.
Dustin was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole, plus at least 80 years. And while the family is happy with that sentence, Taylor says his great niece has a long road ahead.
Unfortunately, the case is still not completely over for the victim. She's still got a lot of healing to go through, and it's unfortunate that that didn't erase what happened today, didn't erase what she's still having to go through.
One of the worst cases I've prosecuted in 20 years in terms of just every parent's worst nightmare.
District Attorney Craig Ladd says, considering his crimes, the judge who handed down the sentence got it right.
This part of the chapter is closed.
In Love County, Amy Jensen, News 12.
There's a gunman inside the store.
This can be, your neighbor. It can be someone you go to church with. Really, it could be anybody, which is so scary.
Colleen Hobbs is from San Bernardino, and she came to the active shooter training. The terrorist attack there really hit home. 14 were shot dead, 21 wounded, including someone she knew.
One of the victims from the San Bernardino shooting was my friend's mother.
Her friend's mother survived.
Having trouble walking, just recently got out of the hospital last week.
Hobbs works at the Carter County Health Department, where she sees a lot of people. She just wants to be prepared.
Once you've assessed the situation, how can you actually respond?
Durant Police Captain Mike Woodruff says it boils down to 3 words: avoid, deny, and defend.
Attitude, situational awareness.
Woodruff says to avoid the attacker, be aware of your surroundings, find the nearest exit, and stay calm.
Panic will get you in trouble.
If you can't get to an exit safely, your next option is to deny the shooter. Get inside a room, shut the door, lock it, stand against the wall nearest the door, and turn off the light. If you feel confident, Woodruff says to take action and defend yourself and others. He says look for weapons like a stapler, scissors, a hole punch.
You're going to grab a house shoe, a lamp.
Advice Hobbs hopes to never have to use, but it's information she wishes they had in San Bernardino.
If they knew this information, could things have turned out differently?
The free training is open to the public, and there'll be another session next month. For more information, check the KXII app. In Ardmore, Amy Jensen, News 12. After years of homemade goalposts, broken scoreboards, and limited seating, the Oklahoma School for the Deaf is finally trying to raise money to bring Friday Night Lights to their students.
I mean, that's not right. I mean, kids need to build a digital home. They want to be proud of it. something to be proud of.
Teacher, athletic director, and football coach Tommy Varner says every week his team must travel to another stadium or play on Saturday mornings because their field is inadequate.
We have to go up there to play because we have no lights, no nice bleachers. We don't really have a stadium we can play on.
After nearly 90 years of playing football, OSD was able to buy a new scoreboard this year. But their practice equipment is rusted, the blocking sled patched with duct tape.
So we are a state agency. We can't act for a bond like public schools does.
In the last 4 years, the school has raised a little over $11,000. But in order to get the new equipment, they need close to $1 million.
The kids need to experience Friday Night Lights, stay with other kids do.
It seems like Friday night is the high school football night, and we have to play on Saturdays or Thursdays.
Justice Leathers is a senior football player for OSD. He says he wants to play under the Friday night lights at home, just like everyone else.
If we play any night games, we have to play on a public school field, or just we have to travel or something because we have no lights.
If you would like to donate, a link has been posted on our KXII website and our app. In Sulphur, Amy Jensen, News 12. Former Ardmore Baptist pastor Dr. Willie Tiller has been charged with 10 counts of forgery. Current pastor Dr. Wayne Lawson says no matter the outcome of the case, the church forgives Tiller.
We're going to be okay.
53-year-old Willie Tiller Jr. pastored Ardmore's First Baptist Church on East Street Northeast for nearly 10 years. District Attorney Craig Ladd says for just over 2 years, Tiller forged a church member's signature, writing checks to himself from the church's daycare account.
Membership is down, but we are rebuilding, and as we know that God can do it suddenly, so we're just trusting Him on that.
Current pastor Wayne Lawson says he's known Tiller for 15 years and thinks of him as a good man.
I love him dearly, and as the church still loves him, and something just went wrong somewhere. We believe. And I believe he can recover.
After more than $12,000 was taken from the daycare, Lawson says he's working on rebuilding the church and gaining the congregation's trust.
Any leaders accused of defying that trust, and as the members put so much trust in ourselves as pastors and leaders, it's a hurting process.
Lawson says the church hasn't recovered the stolen money, but says the daycare is self-sufficient.
In this particular case, the forgery we have alleged is that Willie Tiller submitted or uttered a check that he knew to have a forged signature as the payor.
If convicted, Tiller could spend up to 70 years in prison. He's due in court for an initial appearance on February 10th.
He is forgiven, yes.
We tried contacting Tiller at Tabernacle Baptist in Oklahoma City. A church staffer confirmed he's currently the pastor there, but would give no further comment. In Ardmore, Amy Jensen, News 12.